Searched high and low for the real thing. Imitations just won't do. Can you be the kind of lover that fulfills every desire? And to start a flame with just one kiss and set this heart on fire. Would you tell me that you love me?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Indie Music Live 162. Tonight we have music from across the board. You can catch the new review from them on the website indiemusicplus.com. Featured artist tonight, Monty Greig from Toronto, Canada. He's in the green room with us tonight. We'll be talking to him in just a few minutes. Also, music from Comfort Club, Better Than Me, guitarist, and pretty smooth. And then also, co-host tonight, Big Greig is back. Big Greig, what's happening, my man?
Hey, what's happening, man? I'm glad to be back.
Good to be here. Good to see you here again. It's also good to be here. But so Dave, what's up with you tonight, dude?
Interesting show tonight, man. We got like interweaving stories, and it's like, you know, it seems like it was all planned, but it wasn't. Monty Greig, Big Greig. It's like the evolution of Gregs is going on. It's
I love it, bro.
But yeah, we got Monty Greig, a crooner. We've only had one other crooner, I believe, on the show, and since the beginning. So
Ryan Baker or something like that.
Yeah.
That was like way back, like
way back.
I want to say like 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. So a couple years ago.
Yep.
So Big Greig, you got a new video out, man. We're not going to watch it tonight, but we're going to have you back in a few weeks and watch it. I really had no idea until I saw some blurb just the other day about it. Tell us about it real quick. What song is it? Is it the one you had? What is it?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I would have been way off.
We can work with that. That's the remix. No.
Where can people find it? Just YouTube and stuff, or?
Yeah, I got a Vivo channel, so you can search Big Greig Vivo, and it should pop right up. It's immaculate. It's perfect.
Vivo, don't you have to like submit to get a channel on there? Isn't there something?
My management worked that thing out.
You got to be big to get on that stuff.
I'm in there, baby. I'm on here too, man. I'm big.
Yeah, huge.
Right on. So let's go ahead and check out our first song tonight. Thanks everybody hanging out in the YouTube chat. We're live on YouTube. Share this video out. I'm looking over my phone, seeing who's here. I can't really read it. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a few minutes. There's DM, I know, is here. Mr. Mikey. Yeah, so cool. Thanks, guys. And some others. Let's check out the first song of the night, Across the Board, with their song This Shouldn't Be That Hard. The review's up on the website. And we got a lot more reviews we're going to be listening to in the next coming weeks. But for now, we're going to do this one. We'll be right back.
Daydream was enough. You're pushing off the aftershock of it.
Live, episode 162. I'm JoeJoeKeys. That was Across the Board. This Shouldn't Be That Hard, a brand new review that you can check out on the website, indiemusicplus.com. This week we have 40% off any service, by the way. Use the code SPRING40 by March 31st. Big Greig, Rite of Passage, man, co-host. First time, you get to give us your thoughts on this song first. I'm going to tell you my thoughts first, though, real quick.
Just go ahead. That's funny. No, I was rocking with it, man. Sounded beautiful. Song made sense, and as long as I can rock with it, I'm a drummer at heart, so I can feel the music, and I like it.
Yeah, cool. The band, I like the band, what they're doing and stuff. It seems like they've all matured, seasoned musicians and stuff. And the song itself didn't really do it for me personally. Production was really good. It sounded really good. All the musicians are awesome. It's not that I don't like the band. The song itself, though, I don't know. What are you thinking, Dave?
It's a nice video. She actually,
very good video.
She kind of looks like one of the Judd sisters. I was maybe thinking some country when it first popped up, but all right, I think this is what's going on. Very nice voice, band. They're all like solid, very solid sound, nice like alt rock type of sound. I think in the choruses, I didn't notice any change in emotion. I guess with her singing style, it's very kind of like calm almost. And I think it works in the chorus or in the verses just to set the stage. And I was kind of looking for like more emotion, more raw emotion when the chorus is kicked in to kind of bring the song up a bit. But she reminds me of Liz Phair for that reason, because that's how Liz Phair wrote. Like that, her chord, she just had this she stayed in the same place throughout the entire song, like the same place of emotion, whether it was a bridge, a chorus, a change, or anything. So she made it work. I personally, I would just always like to see a little more emotion, in choruses, but that's it for me. It's a good tune. Yeah,
it's like, I'm singing it in my head right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a catchy tune.
Oh, it is catchy, yeah.
But it's nothing that you haven't really heard before, and I don't mean that in a horrible, bad way or anything like that. I obviously they're a good band and going to keep going. So, as shall we. So, good thing nobody cares about what we think, right, Dave?
I can't.
All right, so featured artist of the night is a jazz singer, if you will, crooner, as Dave likes to call them. I don't know. Dave's just weird. But anyway, Monty Greig, how you doing tonight, man? You're in Toronto, Canada, correct?
Yeah, good, man. Well, I'm actually in Guelph, Canada, which is just outside of Toronto. But yeah. Thanks for having me here, guys.
Nice man. Great to have you here. Glad you got like a nice setup there. You got a great radio voice. You said you do a show on Thursday nights too, right?
I do, yeah.
What's that show about, just briefly?
It's Thirsty Thursday. So what we do is we get artists to come in here. We sit down, we have a couple drinks, and then they start to play music. And
right on, awesome. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
let's talk about that more. So, since you're the featured artist of tonight, this is the chance where I have you just kind of tell people who you are, what you're doing. Most people probably don't know who you are, in our audience at least. I'm not really sure. If you do, let us know in the comments. But so what are you doing? You have a new album out, you have a new video we're gonna check out in just a second. Go ahead.
I got a new album out called Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
My crooner stylings over my last couple albums have been a little bit more tailored towards the ladies and more of a swooning kind of numbers on the album. This one is a little darker. So I'm kind of bring out my dark side in this particular.
Cool. So let's go ahead and set this heart on fire right now, shall we? Let's get right to it. Everybody, let us know what you think in the comments. Share this video out, please, and we'll be right back with Deeper with Dave.
Yeah.
I've been holding on for someone, maybe someone just like you. I've searched high and low for the real thing, imitations just won't do. Can you be the kind of lover that fulfills every desire, and to start a flame with just one kiss and set this heart on fire. Would you tell me that you love me, even in my darkest hour? Will you play the part of my Jezebel, or can you be my wildwood flower? You can be the one to lift me up when no one else would take me higher. So steal my hand and take these lips and set this heart on fire. Never felt I've been part of the in crowd. I've always walked this world on my own, but then you came along just to take my breath away. I'm on my knees, so won't you please give me a chance? Could you be the one to warm me up when the winter nights get cold? If I tell you everything about my life, will my secrets stay untold? If you reveal your deepest passions, my words you will inspire. So hold me close, whisper in my ear, and set this heart on fire.
So I was sure this was a cover song when I heard it. And when I found out it wasn't, I'm like, man, I was kind of shocked. But then I quickly realized it's just the familiarity in that voice, in your voice, like just the way you sing. It's just so smooth, man.
Thanks,
and
man. Yeah.
so I'm sure a lot of people hear this and then most of them say, yeah, Sinatra. It's like, oh, the Rat Pack era. Out of that group, dude, I'm hearing Dean Martin way more than anyone else I can think of, man.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, you must just almost that, like, there's like an Italian influence in the style, I think. I'm not even sure. Are you Italian?
No, I'm not Italian, but you wouldn't believe how many times I get Italian guys come up to this, talking to me. Just look the part, pal. I'm sorry.
All right, man. So awesome job. Like, really, this song, I'm still like, it's just really entertaining. So I like Joe said, we had Ryan Baker on a couple years ago. So he kind of does the crooner circuit, man. Like he goes to Vegas a lot and performs. I don't think he's in like the big casino, huge shows, but so that I really want to dig into this part, Monty, is just like the difference between like let's just call it like the crooner circuit.
Okay.
As opposed to just like an average indie band touring around the US, you know, playing in seedy bars and all different types of venues. What's different about just your career and just how you manage it, I guess?
Well, I do a lot of resort stuff, but I do a lot of CD bar stuff as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I do a lot of resort stuff, and I see a lot of different audience every time I go there. You know what I mean? It's such a wide variety of people. I sing a lot of I have a huge repertoire of music that I can pull from, but that genre is like what I'm really into.
Right. But I mean, are you ever like opening for rock bands or something like that? Or are you always kind of in this?
You know, a couple months ago, I opened in between a Black Sabbath tribute band set. I came up on the stage as Frank Sinatra kind of and was like, hey, Oz. He was like, hey, Frank, what are you doing here? And I'm like, and we started doing New York, and doing the back and forth, kicking our legs and this and that.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. And speaking of rock bands, so I mean, when you started out, I think it was 1999, I believe, up near Toronto, Canada. You started in a rock band, so you were the lead singer. What kind of band was that? Were you playing covers, or was that just like an original?
Cover band, but we had a lot of our own original music too. I won a couple of awards for a couple of songs I wrote back then.
So you were covering like Van Halen and like 80s rock bands?
Yeah, Guns N' Roses.
Oh, nice, man.
All kinds.
That is quite a shift in the career to go into the jazz crooning.
And then we opened for Dr. Hook and stuff like that. We had a real. What happens when there was no smoking allowed anymore? There was no places for you to play anymore. So bands had to scale back. You know, there wasn't as much work as there was anymore. So when I was down, I spent a lot of time in Las Vegas because I'm a security contractor and going back and forth to Vegas to trade shows. And I fell in love with that kind of music when I was down there. And I brought it back here with me. And I said to my then wife, you know what, I'm going to try this style just to see if I can if it works for me. And I made a demo, put it out, and I just started getting work left, right, and center.
Wow, that is awesome, man. That is awesome. It just grabbed you on a trip to Vegas. That was like the moment.
It was, yeah. And ever since then, like I apply the rock, like, because I never really knew how to be like a crooner, like smooth and suave. So when I perform, I really perform like a rock kind of singer style, but wearing the suit. And I think that's a big part of what people get off on. They're like, look at this guy. He's like taking this to a different level, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's cool, man. I want to see you live now. That's awesome. All right. Second to last question, just along these lines, is the crooner, just the whole sector of the music industry. I mean, it's like you go Rat Pack, and for decades, couple decades, I'm just paraphrasing and skipping past a lot here, but I just think of like Harry Connick Jr., who was kind of, you know, he had like a decade run where he was the man in this scene. And then it's been Bublé for, it seems like 15 years. And you'll know way more than I do on this, but those are the names that pop into pop culture. So is that like, are those the guys that you're trying to kind of emulate, or are you just kind of trying to do your own thing?
I emulate Bublé to a certain degree. That's how when I first get going, I started using his a lot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got a little freeze here.
Yeah.
Relax, guys. We're just going to give it a few seconds. If not, we may have to move on here. So yeah, I think we're going to move on here. So Monty Greig's website is themontygreg.com, and Greig is spelled Greig. So I encourage you to go have a look at the website. You'll see his all his music, his shows, videos, bio, all that stuff, and he's got his social media links there. Unfortunately, we couldn't wrap up that interview.
Damn
but
satellites.
We gotta move on here. So, Rob, are you ready to cue up the next tune, man? Yes. Okay.
Oh man, that really sucks. What a nice guy.
So I'm like Joe. I'm like all discombobulated. The next, oh, okay, here it is. So this is Better Than Me by Comfort Club. Let's play this thing right there. Bingo.
Take me for granted, or she could take me as I am. But if she turned and walked away, I completely understand. I'm so helpless when we're not together, so I try to forget that I'm jealous that we're not together, 'cause she could do better than me. She could do better than me. She could take me for granted, or she could take me as I am. But if she turned and walked away, I completely understand, 'cause she's got every man in the room wrapped around her finger, but she'll never show her hand. Now I'm so helpless when we're not together, so I try to forget that I'm jealous that we're not together, 'cause she could do better than me. She could do better than me. Trust her, but it'd be hard to really love her. I don't know if I could muster up the strength to know that every single day I have to live and be afraid that there's a real good chance I'm gonna get replaced. Now I'm so helpless when we're not together, so I try.
That was Better Than Me by Comfort Club. So this is an interesting song. It's part of this interesting, like, interweaving story going on, because when I hear this guy's voice, he kind of has a jazz crooner type of voice. So there's almost somewhat of a identity crisis going on within this song. And because there's blues, there's pop, there's some like jazz lounge in the background of this style, and there's like some poppy elements. And I think one or two of them should be pulled out of the story of where this sound is going. Is just my opinion. I think like the drums really poppy, the bass, like I don't think there's enough low end. I can't really hear the bass that well. I would like to hear more freedom with the bass lines with this style of music. And it seems to me he's probably resonates most with blues rock. That's just what I feel. And he has a very nice, clean voice. So I just think he should observe and maybe experiment a little with going closer just to the blues rock area. What do you think, Joe?
I like the tune a lot. I love the guitar playing. It gets a little redundant after a while. I would say I was hearing it, and we didn't listen to the whole song. This is like just a sample, so I'd be curious if there's a bridge, because that's really what I was missing. Some sort of a breakdown maybe, or just completely different chord change for a brief period of time in the song. So Big Greig.
Man, I don't listen to all this music that we've been listening to, but
I wasn't sure. But just have an opinion though. That's the thing. It doesn't,
right.
you know.
Like I said, the music, man, I can relate to the music, and I feel like the guitar definitely helped me out in this song. I like the guitar in it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, like Jason Mraz, Wyclef, even sort of feel.
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
the way that it's sort of floating around and stuff. So
I know, but it's in this like it's in limbo. I feel like his style is in limbo because he's pulling these little pieces, but nothing is like super solid. I think he should just pare it down and get more focused on like the blues rock part of it. But anyway,
he's still growing. He's still growing in his craft.
He seems young. Yeah.
So we're going to bring Monty. Monty came back. He feels bad. He wants to finish our chat. He doesn't want to be the guy that just disappeared out of nowhere.
Live TV.
Everything froze.
So Rob,
Matrix.
Yeah. If we could, there we are. Right, we're back. So I was just telling people about your website, themontygreg.com. People can kind of find all the info there. But the other question I wanted to ask you, the last one was just about Vegas. Like, for this style of music, you were saying it's like once you went to Vegas, it's like, man, you're hooked, and you kind of brought it back to Canada and everything. Is that the brass ring, for what you're doing here? Like, even if it's kind of a smaller regular gig, is that like the Mecca?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I love
that.
Love that town. Love
it. So are you playing there pretty regular?
No. I rarely.
Oh, okay.
Only ever when I used to travel there quite a bit. I used to make friends with some of the performers down there, and they would have me go up with them and perform up there.
Have you not done a show there yet?
No.
Oh man, I thought you had. Okay.
Matt Dusk does a show down there quite often, right? And I've been trying to get into his realm with his people. He's a lesser known crooner than Michael Bublé up here in Toronto.
Say that name again.
Matt Dusk.
Matt Dusk. Okay.
Yeah, he's really popular over in the European markets.
All right. Any final words?
Anybody want a Big Bad Wolf CD? Just go and like my page, send me a message, and I'll take the first 5 and mix it up and figure out who's a big winner, and I'll send it to you guys. And then
awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I think everyone probably loves your radio voice, so you got to come back and be a critic. Be a critic.
We'll
be the next. Evolve into Big Greg. Become Big Greg and become a critic. So,
well, thank you guys.
Yeah, if you want to check out. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
I was just saying, thank you guys for having me on here tonight. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure. Yeah, so I'll be in touch. Like I said, I hit you up on Facebook. I think when you mentioned the show, I found your personal profile, so maybe we can be in touch through there. I don't have your email or anything, if that's all right. But I'd love to have you back, man. I'd schedule past featured artists, and it's fun to have them come back and keep us up to date with what you're doing. Any new songs? Big Greg's back. Big Greg.
Yes.
Big Greg was on one of the very first episodes. We played one of his songs. What was it called? Like a stripper.
Oh my God, we want to talk about. Yeah, now
He's got to change his image. I mean, that's
I had to bring it up.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so you know, it's a more of a long-term relationship after you've been on the show a couple of times. So thanks to Rob, as always, Robert Hix, Hixvideo, for making us look good and being with us for well over 125, 130 episodes now. And David, any final words tonight?
No, man, I got a text from one of my old bandmates, Frank Catone. He's in town and he wanted to meet for a drink. I haven't seen him.
That means you're going to the strip club? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. I got to get back
Maybe
to
you
him.
can give him to play Big Greig's song Like a Stripper when you're there.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.